Hey Jake, I'm recording.
Okay.
It's finally time to get this last case done. I don't know how many people are going to be around since this is not the typical time that I open up a case, but I want to get this last one in so that way I can get everything scanned and hopefully have everything scanned and listed by tonight, tomorrow morning at the most. At the latest, I should say. Okay, today, not tonight, Rick and Morty Season 2 just came out the other day. 5 cases we opened. This is case 5, the last one. Still sponsored by Blowout Cards. That would be funny if the cases were from different people. I will say it's kind of crazy that each case has gotten better than the last, which is really weird. So I'm hoping I don't jinx this. That case 5 will be just as good as the other, as case 4. Here's our first sketch, Row Mosquita. Got my obligatory I really wanted to get this case done last night. But no such luck. Hey, help me out here, Rick C. So I'm not I've watched the show. I'm not a devout fan, like obviously you guys are, but the main autograph to get, or the sketch, is this Justin. Now, is it, because I've never heard anybody pronounce the name, is it Royland? Is that how you pronounce it? I always have that problem because most of the characters when we're getting these, they've never pronounced the names before, so you never know how to say them, especially sketch artists. So the main cast, or characters I should say, so we've gotten a couple of Summers, a couple of Jerrys, a couple of Beths. they would be the secondary ones to get after him, I would assume. There's our first autograph. I mean, it'd be like if they put out a, and there's our first Star Power. If they put out a SpongeBob set and you get a Tom Kenny autograph out of that, you know, it's probably worth a ton. But then out of here, because he's not the main character, it's not as big of a deal. Kind of like, good example is in Star Wars, you can pull a Tom Baker autograph, and you can pull a oh my god, I'm trying to blank. Sulu. George Takei. Whew. Now, if you were to pull a George Takei out of Star Trek, I would assume it'd be worth a decent amount, but his autograph in Star Wars, because it's animated, just doesn't really seem to have much pull. So I kind of would assume you'd have the same problem. Excuse me 1 second here. I wonder how, say, Mark Hamill would have done. Like, if I don't believe I ever saw a Batman animated type release that had any autographs in it. But I mean, he voices the Joker. So here's a Red Summer, which I think we got a Red Summer in the last case. I know we had or no, it was a Gold Summer. Mosquita. And 15 of 25. Chris Parnell as Shaved Head Jerry. Got a little bit more space here. That'd probably be the other one too, in something like this where you have the characters where there's, you know what, I don't even remember. I have the checklist up. How many different version of the Jerry autographs are there? You know, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8 different Jerrys, all numbered out of 25. You know, I guess plain Jerry Smith would probably be a better one to get. Same thing now. How many there's 1, 2. There's only 4 Beths, so that's not bad. We got Goddess Beth. I know that. Did we get Xeno Beth? I thought we got a second Beth. Now, once I'm done with this case, I will get back to scanning. Hopefully I can, you know, by sometime tonight I can have all the scans up of this. Is there a lot of Tom Kennys? Let's see, but I know he definitely he does different voices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 different Tom Kennys. But I mean, even the Roylands, 1, 2. There's 3 of those. So I mean, they're not impossible. Damn it! Close. And the fact that we've pulled, is that 4 different Jerrys now? You know, just the odds should have been in our favor. I guess the real question would be, and it's probably in the Rick and Morty thread, not our break thread, that the general odds of pulling one of him. I also have to update all of the other breaks I have going on. It was a busy week. Well, there's 5 cases of this. Had 2 cases of Orville the night before. Then we had 2 archive boxes of Star Trek The Next Generation. They go a lot quicker, so 2 archive boxes is actually a little bit quicker than 1 case. And then next week we've got an archive box of Twin Peaks, an archive box of Star Trek 50th. Something comes out next week. What comes out next week? James Bond got pushed back a week. Marvel Universe, I think, is set for... Actually, I think Marvel Universe is the same time as... There's our sketch. Lucy Fidelis. Oh, it definitely is. And then I've been busy at work on top of that. And I've got, I think, 5 breaks people asked me to submit. I'm going to try and do those today or tomorrow. Oh yeah, and it's Easter. Another autograph. And I'm gonna set up at a card show in 2 weeks and try and do a break. Oh, there's another our other red star power. Okay, star power, Zeeb Zanthorpe. It's just a rarer insert. Cryptozoic's been doing star powers on a lot of their releases in the last few years. Now, I know they actually fixed it, but a big problem that I had, well, you figure you get 2 reds, 1 blue are what you're guaranteed in each case. Then there's a gold and a black. So out of the 5 cases so far, we've pulled 2 golds, a Zeep and a Summer. Blacks are 1 of 1s. They were just something different that they added in, but on the whole, honestly, they haven't been worth that much because they're pretty ugly. But these actually are nice looking. I like these. These are the best looking star powers they've ever made, in my opinion. So, hopefully that'll make for a little bit better. I know somebody said that people are already putting them up on eBay for like $10, so they're already kind of, killing the value of them. But I mean, 2 a case for the reds, isn't bad. All right, Lucy Fidelis, and we got this in the last box. Last case, 66 of 200. Kevin Michael Richardson as Mrs. Refrigerator. I guess the real thing is it's a little bit of added value. They're not. There's been a couple of sketches that we've gotten so far. Not many. Maybe out of all 5 cases so far, I'll say 4 or 5 sketches that I would take a star power over one of those sketches. So, I mean, that's just me. I mean, same thing with the Totally Fabricated. They put them in, it's just something different to add a little bit of, value. What do you think of the Totally Fabricated cards then? Yes. If you look at the breakdown, so because when we did the break, it was so far in advance, we didn't have all the information. Oh yeah, I mean, I would take a parallel over the star power. Yes. Matter of fact, I have one spot in this whole break, and I'm in the lower half of case 4, and I'll take the foils if they're still there. I mean, that's usually, I like to collect the base, the parallels, and the inserts. I don't usually go after autographs and sketches unless there's something, I have a good spot and something I really like. Sketch, we got, this is that Remy Mokhtar. But at my pick, in case 4, if nobody took the star powers, I might take the star powers over the foils. I'm not sure, only because case 4 had a gold. So, to me, the value of having that card, which I would end up trying to trade for stuff that I actually collect, But 99% of the time, if I join a break, it's actually better for everybody else because I always get a crappy spot. That's in case 5 though, so you don't have to worry about me. If I have time, I might actually try and sort the foils across all 5 cases, and if I can make, because was it Bearman or Marcus Gibbs, one of my two of UK guys that are in the break, had asked about if the foil should be 2 spots, because there's enough that you might be able to make 2 sets. So I don't know how the collation is going to go, but if I can make it so that I can get 10 total sets, that way everybody gets 2 instead of 1 set and a bunch of extras, I'll do it. If not, you know, if I don't have time, so be it. But I'm going to try. So with the base cards, I'm probably going to just go until each base spot has 4 sets, and then I'm just going to stop. And whatever I end up with after the fact, I'm either going to use for packing, or there's our star power already. 3 boxes in, and we already got all 3 star powers. And we have yet to pull our totally fabricateds. Autograph. And then if people don't want their base spots, something like this though, I can't give to my friend because it's inappropriate for kids. I mean, especially, I have a buddy of mine who's a camp counselor, and usually what I'll do is I'll give him, I get some extra base cards, you know, like from sets I couldn't make, or if people don't want their base sets, I will give him the sets. But certain ones he doesn't take because he doesn't think they're appropriate for, I think 10 or 11-year-old kids. No, I tell you the truth, except for the one other break or 2 on Blowout, I haven't seen anything. Alright, so our blue star power, Jerry. So now, unless we pull a gold or a black, that is it for the star powers. That's all we're guaranteed. This is a Remy Mokhtar. We had pulled a Rick sketch of his, I believe, in the last case. So he definitely puts his own spin on what the characters look like. And Alan Tudyk, 72 of 300. No, it's definitely nice. That's one of the things about this. I'm not sure how long you've been on Blowout, but if you go back and look at the Ghostbusters release that Cryptozoic did, you know, some of the artists make stuff that looks just like the cartoons, some make stuff that looks just like the movies, some put their own spin on things, and it made for a really neat release. And this is identical to that, where the because it's animated, you get a lot, especially when the source material is, you know, crappy animation. So they get a lot of leeway and freedom to do what they want. If you have a lot of spots in other cases too, the deco foils, which you only get 3 per box, whereas the regular foils you get 8 per box. If you're able to grab 2 of those, you might be able to make a set. Or at least come close enough that you could probably easily trade with other people that took the deco foil spots. I personally am not a fan, only because all they did, you know, like the foils, or the whole card is, you know, got foil treatment to it. The decos, it's just a little stamp in the corner. sketch. Andy Bone. Excuse me 1 second. We were, I shouldn't say we, my daughter was filling Easter eggs last night. Saved us a little bit of candy. This is a totally fabricated. Ooh, fancy. It's a Yummy Yums wrapper. Autograph. Unnumbered. But I can't wait to see what's on the other side of this one. Not like it's anything. It's a Cassie Steel. Gave that one away. Since we got a couple of good inscriptions from her in the other cases. You know, it's kind of funny, and I don't know the actors and actresses themselves, you know, on what they think, but so if Alan Tudyk does his, and he puts, you know, FU on it, but he puts an asterisk, so, here, sorry about that. Go upstairs.
Why?
Pop's here. He's been here. Nobody knows I'm recording because it's not my normal time. Sorry about that. Mia. So anyway, so you know, he sort of censors what he put on his, yet, I mean, the stuff she's putting on hers is crazy. Alright, Andy. There's his. And we got I don't know what that is. It's got it here. It's a little something. I don't know. There you go, focused. So I can make an assumption what I think that means. Yeah, that's same thing. I'm sure it is dirty. I'm just trying to. I have this wall of inserts that I have to go through. I'll do that first before I start sorting the base. I try and force my family to help me a little bit. Nice sketch. Michael Munchow. This is a totally fabricated in here. So we got this in one of the early, I think in the first case. Eye holes. Here's our autograph. So do you collect anything else? I'm not sure. I apologize because I don't, like I said, it's so many I don't keep track. I don't know if you've been in other breaks of ours. I know, for instance, the Twin Peaks breaks, there was a few new members that... Okay. Well, welcome aboard. Do you collect... new to the hobby, okay. Well, do you have any other interests? Like, what else do you think... What else have you opened, or you think you might be opening? Star Wars. Well, there, unfortunately, anymore. There's some major Star Wars fatigue. Just like there's kind of Walking Dead fatigue. They just pumped out so many products. Well, for Star Wars, unless somebody asks about comes up, that won't be doing anything for Star Wars until Chrome Legacy, which is middle of June, beginning of July, somewhere in that vicinity. Nice sketch, Michael Munchow. And John Kasser. Now, Star Trek, on the other hand, we've actually been going a little on Star Trek with those archive boxes. If you take a look and see, They're already full, so you've missed out on them. But Star Trek: The Next Generation Series 2. We just did 2 of those archive boxes. The break itself is, like the draft, I mean, is going on now. The thing about those is they weren't expensive to do because they were on sale. So spot price was only, I think, $33. And the big hit in that, again, it's an archive box, so everything that comes in it is already known. There's a Leonard Nimoy autograph. I think this might be, yeah, it's another totally fabricated. Never Past Bedtime Land. So we filled up 2 of those archive boxes right away. It's an old product. It's from 2012, I think. But besides that, you have Spiner, Frakes, Sirtis, Crosby, the guy that plays Q. It also has Kelsey Grammer, David Ogden Stiers, and Ashley Judd in it. So those right off the bat. So I mean, it's not, not an expensive break to take a chance at that. Now, the other break that just filled, which somebody asked me to do another one, so again, this is one of the ones I'm going to submit, is you'll see Star Trek 50th. That one, the second archive box of that just filled. And I think everybody's paid up. That's where I've got that's our autograph. That's what I have to update it once I'm done with all this. You get 2 sketches, all the captain autographs. So you get William Shatner, Patrick Stewart, Kate Mulgrew, Scott Bakula, and Avery Johnson. And then Jonathan Frakes is in that also. Some of the inserts are actually, the inserts are worth a lot more than most of the Alien autographs. And that was even cheaper because there's so much more in it. That, I think, was $28 a spot. So that Star Trek 50th, I was asked to do another one of that. So that's gonna be one of the ones I'm gonna submit today or tomorrow. And then Star Trek Beyond, the movie, cases of that are on sale. So I'm gonna do a break of that. Regular hobby case. No base cards at all. We're not even gonna waste our time with those. Just the hits. So it's just autographs and inserts. And I think that was in the 20s also. There's our sketch. Starling is the last name. I'm not sure the first name. Looks like it begins with a D, maybe an A. I can't tell. So for Star Trek, you'll see those 2. Star Wars. The only other break that I know of is, it sounds like Stellar 2. So I mean, obviously that's a much more expensive break. I think Houdini's gonna break the other box of that Blowout has. You're probably looking at $150 a spot. I was looking at some of the other stuff, but except for maybe doing high tech because it's cheap, nothing really jumped out on that Star Wars for me. Offhand, I can't think of the other breaks I was asked to submit. Oh, you know what? Archive box of Star Trek Discovery. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that one in or not, only because I haven't figured out a price for it. You got to see what's in there versus how much it's going to cost to see if it's even, you know, worth the bother. All right, Starling. And Scott Chernoff. Should say Rivolio or Rivalio. That was box 6 that we just finished. So we are now second half. 6 more chances at something here. Something big. I don't get these pieces of foam. It seems like such a waste. I mean, why not just make the box a little smaller? Add to my wall of inserts. Oops, inserts go there. This might be another, yep. What are we at? 3. Alright, so we're almost there. This headism hat. You get this in every single case. You know, they put out this SP and SSP list. They should have a double print list too. Autograph. You know, I'm surprised with Cryptozoic that they've done Rick and Morty. They're doing the Steven Universe. I think they did something else Adult Swim oriented. I wonder if there's any kind of weird rights issues to do Robot Chicken. I mean, I think the voice actors in that over the 10 years or so that that's been on has got to be pretty epic. sketch. Orlando Baez. Alright, Orlando Baez. Trisha Helfer, 228 of 250. There's our sketch already. Shurs, don't know how to pronounce it. We did get one other from this artist. I definitely remember that. You know, if you don't mind getting messages, if you send me a PM, if you you could have a what do you call it? I have a list of people that when I submit my breaks, I'll send a message out to them so they know that they're, you know, to be on the lookout. Because I don't have any control on when the break shows up. I only can control when I submit it. So sometimes it, you know, sometimes it's only a couple hours, and sometimes it could be 3-4 days, depending on how busy the moderators are on the forum. Because something like, say, if you're interested in Star Wars and I do the Chrome Legacy, I try to at least not submit a new break for, say, a month and a half at the most from release. Sometimes, you know, when things get pushed back, you don't have any control over it. Or even something like this. I mean, this was, I don't know if you really want to say pushed back, but they hadn't put a release date out forever, and it just kept saying, you know, Q1. Oh, where's our autograph at? Only a couple of packs left here. Sometimes I like it being near the end. I hate it when you pull the hit right off the bat and then you have to watch me open up, there it is. You have to watch me open up packs for the next, 10 minutes with nothing in it. Oh, that feels thick to me. I guess not. Tress McNeil. I think I got her in every single case. Don't shoot him. I have this box next to me. It's from some supplies I bought. It is this tall from the floor, and it is completely full of wrappers from this. Actually, not even from this, because the first case or two are in another box. Such fluff. I don't know this for a fact, but I could have sworn somebody had told me that one of the manufacturers, you could actually ask, and they will send you the, like if you buy a case, and they'll send it to you not wrapped. So you don't have to worry about any of this crap. A couple of nice sketches. We'll do a recap at the end. We're on box 9 out of 12 right now. There's our autograph. Well, what's your name? I'm guessing your initials LB would... Oh, crap. I can tell you, if I remember, if we pulled any. Oh, you didn't work on season 2. I'm sorry. Well, we opened up seasons of season 1. It's all a blur. I mean, I recognize your name. I'm sure that I pulled sketches of yours from something. What else have you worked on besides Rick and Morty? There's our sketch. It is Julio Suarez. And also, when you sign your name, do you sign, like, is it illegible or is it like a big stylized kind of signature? Because there are a couple that we've gotten, out of these cases that I'll have to look up who they are. Okay. Well, thank you for that. That is much appreciated. yeah, I've opened up so much product over the years. I'm sure, like I said, I recognize your name, so I'm sure I've pulled. I mean, opened up just about anything Star Wars that's ever come out. Opened up a lot of Star Trek, maybe not everything. Opened up almost all the Walking Deads. Did not open Terminator. Let's see. Yeah, kind of the same thing. I have scans of everything I've ever opened now. Yeah, I mean everything there except for Terminator and baseball I've opened. Well, glad to have you coming by to watch. All right, so we had Julio Suarez. And the big thing will be, for anybody watching this, is wait for the scans and the break, because the camera doesn't do justice to the colors. 5700 Xenobeth with an inscription. If you go and look, you'll see 4 other videos besides the one that you're watching right now for the other 4 cases. Well, this is our 5th case of this. And you know, the last few minutes in each video, it's a recap showing every sketch and autograph, so you'd be able to check and see if there's one of yours in there. Well, we still have 3 more chances at an even better one. Autograph. Now, I don't always do a recap, so you'll find I'm trying to think how many breaks I've done now. Not all of the videos are on there though, because I used to use what did we use before YouTube? Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, you know what's, I mean, as long as the price isn't killer, you know what's going to be big? That CZX Superheroes and Supervillains. That is going to be enormous, because it's the first DC movie universe product ever released. And the fact that they haven't had one since yes, I guess this is going to be their new high-end type product brand, because there's our sketch, because they also have an Outlander version of it. I'm not an Outlander fan, so I don't, I'm sure it'll be, big for Outlander fans. But yeah, if you look and see, the promos are going around right now. But it's DC Movie Universe. I'm sure they're going to have autographs. Yeah, it's a real shame about George. He was a great guy. I used to talk to him all the time. And you know what, Lee, you would know in particular, the fact that they're letting the artists do their commissions now before it even comes out, or it's even close to coming out. Yeah, the Glebes are probably the first ones I saw advertised. And I mean, I'm a DC fan over a Marvel fan in general. I would, you know, so I'm extra happy to see that. But the fact that it's an entire DC movie universe, at least that's what it appears to be. You know, every so often I grab a card, it just feels extra thick to me. But I guess not. You know, from what information that, you know, they've put out so far, that it's going to span everything from the Nolan Batmans up to, you know, Justice League and Aquaman. I'm sure we will. Alright, so we got Jay Whitlock. And 14 of 50, Ryan Ridley. We got him in one of the other cases. Come on, the Lighthouse Keeper. How you doing there, Nathan? Who are you? I should say, do you have are you in on the break here? Like, do you have a username, or you just stop by to watch and see what we get? Well, welcome aboard to watch. We were just talking a little bit about the new CZX products that Cryptozoic are going to be putting out in the near future. The big thing I'm trying to figure out is a price point. Autograph. I'm not sure if I, oh, there we go. Nathan, you're retracting your messages before I have a chance to read them and see what you were saying. How much is a spot? Well, these breaks here, because they all go through blowout cards. If you're, you know, when you watch this video, this is a totally fabricated. The break is already done in full. I think the spot prices were like $35. Rick's Giving Float. That's got to be a good one. TF10. But I mean, they vary in every product, you know, based off of the price and if it's on sale or whatnot. So that makes 5 of those. So now, except for the possibility of another star power, you know, one of the rare gold or black, or a printing plate, we've gotten everything that we're supposed to get. There's our sketch. That's a nice sketch. Jason Montoya. I think cases of this are like, what are they, like $11.75, and then I figured out, I broke it down into 35 spots, and we'll have a couple of people at the end of the break will get to pick twice, because I don't think we had odds on everything, so there's more in a case than what we thought. Well, depending on exactly when in the 90s you're talking there, I mean, some of the stuff's making a resurgence, and some of the stuff is still from the junk era, People are really getting nostalgic on some of the really cool inserts from the 90s. It's funny, I was talking to somebody in one of the other breaks the other night about that exact thing. We were trying to figure out, I think if it was either Panini or Upper Deck, one of them I think owns the rights to Pacific, and some of the I think it might be Panini, because I think it was a football product. They had like Crown Royal. And I mean, I remember in the mid 90s, 94, 95, 96, in that general vicinity, the stuff that Pacific used to put out was the best. Fleer too, all of them. They actually seemed to care about what they were making and how cool it looked and what people would like. And how funny it was when I remember opening up, I want to say it was 94 Leaf, and the tough insert was numbered out of like 5,000 or something. You get a card numbered out of 5,000 today, and it goes right into the dollar bin. Hey, are you still there, Lee? I have a question for you. If have you been doing this for a long time? A sketch artist. All right, so we got Jason Montoyo. And 14/25, Chris Parnell, tank top wearing Jerry. Our last chance at a Justin. If anybody that's watching this right now live and has a free minute can do me a favor. In the Rick and Morty thread, not our break thread, somebody had mentioned they had come up with a pretty good estimate on the print run of this. I'm just curious, what are the odds of pulling a Justin Roiland autograph? And if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. So there's going to be autograph and sketch, and then we're hoping for either a printing plate or another star power. Now the odds on the printing plate seem to be pretty good, because it's an odd number. It doesn't come out per case, but it was, like roughly 1 in every 2 cases, and we did only pull 2. Sketch, Matt Sutton. I guess Lee took off. Well, if you come back and watch the end of this, Lee, I was just curious if you... This feels thick. No, another totally fabricated, so you got an extra one. Tammy's wedding ring. TF15. This one actually isn't. No, it's the same thickness. Alright, so the other ones all got, we got 5 in each. So we actually got an extra. Yeah, 5 in each. This one actually got 6. So there's even another one. And I gotta tell you, with these, so Tammy's wedding ring, Brick's giving float, Never Past Bedtime Land, Yummy Yum's wrapper, they were not in any of the other cases. The Headism hat's been in every single case, and Eye Holes I think was in case 1. Oh, there's Bawdy. We're at the very end of the last box, Bawdy. Hope you came to bring some good luck. We're looking for a Justin Roiland autograph, which we did not get. Now we're hoping for a... Are you my #1 fan, or am I your #1 fan? Now we're hoping in these last couple of packs here for a printing plate or a gold or black star power. And that'll finish us off. Five more packs. Come on, everybody, cross your fingers here. I do breaks on any day at all. It all depends on what really what my son's schedule is. But I very rarely do a break in the morning, like, well, this is early afternoon now, but breaks are usually done Eastern time, 9 p.m.-ish. And by the time I get home from work and get myself all squared away and ready to go. But there's no set day. I mean, yes, it's very, very rare. I wanted to do this case last night, but I was dying, and I don't know if Deneen Rick is still on here, but I mean, the last box of the case probably took me 20 minutes to do because I was like just dragging. Matthew Sutton is our last sketch. That's a thick. And our last autograph, 42 of 100. The #1 horse surgeon, another Beth. All right, quick recap now of what we got out of case 5. So again, the totally fabricated. I have a feeling we did really good on these. So apparently somebody from Cryptozoic had mentioned which ones were short print and short prints. But this Yummy Yum wrapper, Never Past Bedtime Land, Rick's Giving Float, Tammy's Wedding Ring. I think we did not get those in any of the other 4 cases, so I think that's good. Sketches. All right, so you just saw the Matt Sutton, Jason Montoyo, and I apologize to everybody that I mispronounced your name. Whitlock. Also, a couple of them, I got to figure out who you are. Julio Suarez, because your signature, Sharis, I don't know, I got to figure out exactly who you are. Orlando Baez, Starling. You have a great weekend and Easter if you celebrate it. Yeah, like this one here, no clue who you are, but it's a nice sketch. Whoever M squared is. Oh, that's right. He wrote it on top. Michael Munchow. I'm sorry. Andy Bone. This is Remy Mokhtar. Again, apologies for mispronouncing any names. Lucy Fidelis. And Ro Mesquita. That is all of our sketches. Autographs. So we got ourselves a regular Beth numbered out of 100. We got Tank Top Wearing Jerry out of 25. Ryan Ridley out of 50. Zeno Beth out of 100. Tress McNeil, she's been in every single case, out of 250. Trisha Helfer. Scott Chernoff, which is inscribed. John Kasser. Cassie Steele with a little dirty drawing, we're pretty sure, on it. Out of 300, Alan Tudyk. This one is not inscribed, which is... all the other ones I've seen have said FU on them. Kevin Michael Richardson out of 200, and Shaved Head Jerry out of 25. That is it. We are all done with all 5 cases. Now, just one thing I'd have to point out on this. Case 1 was bad. It was really bad. The other cases got better as we went. I would say, cases 3, 4, and 5 were all really good, in my opinion. I think the problem that there is with this product is the collation seems to be pretty bad. And what I mean by that is, if Jerry is numbered out of 25, I should not get 3 Jerrys in one case, even though they're all different. So, that's the part that kind of throws me off. Sketch quality is good. Some are better than others, but overall, I think it's really good. And that's really about it. I mean, the inserts look nice. That Beth Knows Best, they look really nice with the gold framing on them. I'll have to go sorting. I have a wall of inserts, massive wall of inserts right here. Everything is sorted up. Case 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then all the inserts behind them and 500 boxes of base cards that I'm going to have to get sorting to. So, I'm going to start scanning everything in just a little bit. I got to catch up on, I've got like literally 200 emails because of all the other breaks going on right now. So I'm going to get to all that stuff between today, tomorrow, and I hope to have all these scans up for tonight, and then everybody can start picking, and we can get this draft running. So thanks again for watching, and keep an eye out for other new breaks. If there's anything you want to have broken, shoot me a message over on Blowout. Also, if you want to get notified when I submit a break, send me a message and I'll add you to my notification list. And last thing would be, I have a Facebook group. It's nice and small. I don't go too crazy on it. If you look up iFish73 mail service and breaks, I think is what I called it. I'm going to try and actually run breaks on there too for stuff that we can't run through Blowout. So once we get enough people on there, we can give it a shot. So thanks for watching and putting up with me for all this stuff, and I will see you guys on the next break.